of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah. Better when I wanna get better. I'll get better when I wanna get better. I'll get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Chosen one, born to shine.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
59.
Herbert gonna throw on this first play. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Set. Cap. Set.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Forced out left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
38-yard line.
Set. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with a pick.
And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And he's in. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
And that's a really important opening drive here, Mike. You think back a week ago, there was a lot of disappointment. It was a long week of practice, a lot of questions that had to be answered inside that building. So you want to come and show, hey, last week is over. We are a lot better than how we looked then, and we can't do it a lot better than that.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Giants nothing.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Now a return coming from the 14. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Room to run past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
To kick off.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play fake. Herbert moving left, going deep downfield for Judy. And he will score. Jerry Judy. Touchdown Atlanta. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Falcons 14, Giants 7.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Johnson now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. James Pierce in on the tackle. It is 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Out of shotgun. It's done. And it's caught right side by Beckham. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First catch in this one for Olave. And it gives his guys a first down.
1st and 10.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
To the goal line and in. Darren Waller. Touchdown, New York.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Give to Robinson from the pistol. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield.
Sets up 4th down.
And it's going to lead to 4th down. To return is Johnson. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
18-yard line.
Play fake. Now Dart out to his right. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key, and from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. you don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Clark gonna throw it again. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he will get into the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Set. Lion, lion, lion.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Don't stop. Set.
Gift, and here comes Robinson. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw is Herbert. Once to his right. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment.
380.
Third and long.
Set. Let's go. 380. 3 out. 21. Let's go.
To throw, it's Herbert. A throw caught by Judy on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up fourth down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
12. 5-9.
They'll go for it. It's Herbert. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. As that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now Herbert again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Going. Set. Kappa. Ready.
Herbert to the air again. He's got his big tight end. Kyle hits. Touchdown, Falcons. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Johnson now to return. He wants free. Right side. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 86 yards. Touchdown, New York. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
Dicker is good with the extra point. And the Giants go up by 7, 28-21.
Don't need know how to act now. Hit the club, hit for a sec now. Still ballin', money stacked tall.
will see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set.
Herbert now on first down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Brian Burns. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here. Here's Herbert. Moving to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Third down and 9.
Set. Set.
Now it's Herbert. He fires downfield for Pitts. That is brought in. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. Interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Here's Dart on first and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Leads to second and
All
10.
things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy could catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On the play fake, here's Dart. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out first, second, third down. All 3 incompletions, and now brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Herbert. On the quick slant, that's Judy. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Open man downfield, that's London. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
Herbert to the air again. Forced out wide. Now the ball throws deep for Johnston. And solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back in the field.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Olave is the motion man. Finds it out to the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Giants. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. This one caught by Waller. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he'll take this one in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New York.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready, run! Ready. Delta, out. Set.
Play action now. It's Herbert. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Dexter Lawrence. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Herbert. Judy left wide open. It's complete. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. Pickup of 46 yards.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready, run! Set.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. Moving outside the pocket, off he goes.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Now, Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. So Chase McLaughlin will come in and they'll try a field goal. That one is good. And the Falcons are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
A lot of people would say it's a little too early in the game for this, Mike, but you find yourself trailing in the 3rd quarter. Maybe you could catch the kick return unit a little off guard, and that's exactly what they do. Give a little jolt to this offense as they take the field.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. On the run to the right. Taking off, and he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Herbert. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Abdul Carter. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Herbert. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on down.
Ready? Go, Rig! Go!
Drive will start on the ground. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 10. On play action, it is Dart. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Jalen Walker getting in there to bring him down. season. This a must-stop for this defense. Facing third and long. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Set. Grenade. Grenade.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Set.
Now Herbert. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
This is one of those cases where the offense is counting on the defensive line being over-aggressive in their pass rush, thinking that they can get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and into the back and pick up the first down on the yards after the catch. But the defense was obviously ready for it. A lot of guys running to the ball and just nowhere to go.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Short throw taken by Pitt. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, go line. Count.
Pistol here for Herbert. We'll get this complete left side to Johnston. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. It is second and a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up second.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he will score. Game on. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. That is second touchdown tonight. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Herbert again. That's caught. So they get the two-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. So the deficit cut from 11 down to a field goal, as now they'll try an onside kick. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry, and anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Mason Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. Mason Taylor. Touchdown, New York. Point after now from Dicker. His kick is good. And the Giants will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10.
Hey, Kappa. Set.
To throw, it's Herbert. He'll go right and find his running back. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Baylor Tiger. Set.
Herbert now on first down. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
15 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
Herbert now on first down. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. Here's second down.
Let's go. Set.
Herbert to the air again. That one incomplete. Good job. Next look there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
Set. 380.
Throwing again. Herbert. He'll let this go. Towards the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So a road win here for the Giants. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.